Reddit stories, r/Australia, talking to strangers in bars. 24M, I'm struggling to meet women my age these days. I have social hobbies, but they are totally male-dominated. I work at very religious workplace, which doesn't align with my beliefs, so the women there are kind of off the table. Dating apps have been a totally demoralizing experience, and I gave them up years ago. So my question is, Gen Z folks like me, how would you feel about someone approaching you at a bar? Would you feel receptive to meeting new people, or are you just there to be with your friends? What kind of spontaneous interaction in a place like a bar or pub would actually improve your night? I don't know if it's me, current Australian culture, or people in general, but it seems like everywhere I go people are icy and don't want to engage with strangers if it can be avoided, even in supposedly social public settings like bars. Has anyone had positive experiences meeting new people in places like that? Appreciate any advice and input. Comment 1. My friend met his girl while waiting for an Uber. She was 2. Small talk goes a long way. Reply, you're not wrong. When I use dating apps, I see a lot of women's profiles saying they hate small talk. It's an essential social skill. I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I recognize that it's incredibly useful in so many situations. Opie reply, good point. I like to think I am fairly open to small talk and engaging with strangers, but it hasn't ever led to seeing someone again. We'll keep an open mind, though. Comment 2. Make friends with people who like the same music you like by going to their live shows. Enjoy band, join band server, or go to live shows and meet people or join groups and make friends with people who go to those shows. Connect on another level with people there and organize further meetups from that point of contact. Develop another hobby that isn't male-dominated. Comment 3. I can confirm that Australia is a difficult place to meet women. I grew up in Melbourne and lived there until I was 26. I've spent nearly 20 years since in London in the U.S., and the U.S. is by far the easiest place to socialize with people and or find women to date. I think the configuration of bars makes it easier to mingle in the U.S., where you actually sit next to people at the bar, as opposed to a private table in the corner of the pub with your own circle of friends. American women also tend to be more forward than Australian women. They're conditioned to date and get married and settle from a young age, and if they like you, they tend to let you know one way or another. Far fewer games are played over here. Opie reply, I have also had more luck socializing in the States. Smiley face. Is this a cultural difference, I guess? It kind of feels like taboo to speak to strangers here sometimes, in a lot of public places. Like and subscribe to support the channel.